Well, that leads us into what should our heart attitude be when entertaining others?
Well, we talked about the verse in 1 Peter about showing hospitality without grumbling. So that's one of the heart attitude that we're not grumbling. But Colossians 3 says, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. So thinking about working as to the Lord, and that's not always the first easy. I mean, you really have to train yourself, and I'm not saying I do this every single time, but to really consider working as unto the Lord. And I think it helps with that burnout, so that what you're doing has more of a eternal value. It's just not, horizontal to the people around you. You're serving the Lord. And then just not having an idea of performing. It's not a performance you're trying to do, but rather just faithful obedience to Scripture. And watching to make sure your motivation is out of love for the precious souls God has placed in our path. And earlier when we were talking about greeting people in the store, and really that just comes from looking at them as souls that are precious, and we want to love them. And that's something that definitely we can all grow in. So when we're having hospitality, we want to be warm, calm, welcoming, sacrificial, reflecting Christ-likeness, looking for ways to encourage our guests. We want to serve them and bear their burdens, like you were mentioning, anticipating needs of children needing to lay down. And then it just, as you rub up against each other in a hospitality setting, you're seeing opportunities to live out the one another's of Scripture. I don't know if you've ever done a study of the one another's, but it's really neat. But you have to be with people in order to live them out. So that's another heart attitude, to look for serving each other. What we don't want to be is frantic, like frazzled and frantic as we're anticipating guests or seeking to impress them. Our family senses that in us, and also our guests can sense when we're just completely frazzled, or if we're too concerned about every little thing, being Martha's maybe. And then making sure we never do it for reciprocation. That's not what hospitality is about. It's not like I invited you, now you invite me. We don't think that, but no one should ever be like, no one ever has me over, so I'm not having them over. That's not one of the key elements of being hospitable.
Right.
You don't even look for reciprocation. We don't expect someone to return that. And then remembering that where your treasure is, your heart will be also. So we invest in what is important to us. Hopefully our motive is rooted in the love towards God and others. And even though I fight against overvaluing my time alone, I have found that my desire for fellowship grows because of the habit of hospitality that it has cultivated, having more of a heart for others. And I think you just sometimes have to put one